Here's the thing about being an electrician. You are sitting on a skill that people will pay serious money for any day of the week. Most people can't touch their electrical panel. They can't run a new circuit. They can't install a ceiling fan without calling someone. And that someone could be you, every weekend, making extra money with skills you already have. I've done side work my whole career. It helped me save up to start my business as mine grow, and it still helps me smooth out the slow weeks. Let me walk you through the best opportunities I've found. Let's just be real for a second. Whether you're an employed journeyman or a licensed contractor in a slow stretch, extra income is extra income. And electricians are uniquely positioned to make good money on the side because, 1, the barrier to entry for customers is high. They can't DIY this stuff safely, so they need you. 2, the demand is constant. People always need electrical work. Appliance hookups, outlets, fans, lights, EV chargers, the list doesn't stop. 3, you already have the tools. Your truck is outfitted. You know the materials. The overhead on a side job is close to zero once you're established. The main thing to sort out before you start doing side work is whether it's allowed under your employment agreement if you work for a shop. Some employers have clauses about that. Know what you agreed to before you start running jobs on your days off. If you're a licensed contractor, you're all clear. This is just additional revenue. The easiest, most accessible side work for any electrician is residential service calls. People have problems. Tripped GFCI, dead outlet, lights flickering, ceiling fan that won't turn on, and they need someone to come figure it out. Service calls are great because they're short, usually 1 to 2 hours. You can knock out 2 or 3 in a Saturday. Charge a service call fee, somewhere between $75 and $150 just to show up, and then your hourly rate on top of that. A solid service call might net you $150 to $250 for a couple hours of work. Where do you find these? Start with friends and family. Tell people you take weekend calls. Put it on Nextdoor and Facebook neighborhood groups. Get on Thumbtack or Angie. Yes, they charge for leads, but if you're trying to get volume quickly, the ROI can work. Build up a handful of repeat customers. The homeowner who calls you for a service call today might need an EV charger next month. Service calls are a gateway to bigger work. The other hidden value of residential service calls as side work, your diagnostic speed increases dramatically with repetition. The more GFCIs you've traced, the more phantom tripping you've diagnosed, the faster you get. What takes a newer electrician 90 minutes to troubleshoot takes an experienced journeyman 20 minutes. That speed advantage is pure margin. A $150 service call that takes 20 minutes of actual work is an exceptional hourly rate, and it builds your local reputation as the person who shows up, gets it right, and doesn't overcharge. This is one of the most requested electrical jobs homeowners post about online, and it's quick work for a licensed electrician. Installing a ceiling fan where one doesn't exist may be $150 to $250 for the labor. Replacing an existing one, $150. Upgrading a light fixture, similar range. These are 30 to 60-minute jobs. The key to making these profitable is batching them. If you've got a neighborhood where you've done a few jobs, post on Nextdoor. I've got a few openings this Saturday for ceiling fan installations. Book 2 or 3 back-to-back in the same area. Minimal drive time, solid hourly rate. You can also offer to hang anything the customer already bought. No upsell, no pressure, just labor. Homeowners love this. They picked out the fan, they just need someone who knows what they're doing to put it up safely. We covered this in a whole separate video, but EV charger installs are one of the most in-demand weekend jobs, right? Now. Tons of people buy new electric vehicles and need a charger installed at home. The job usually takes 3 to 4 hours, and you can charge $500 to $800 plus in labor for a clean install. Weekend EV charger installs are easy to market. Put it on your Google business profile, Nextdoor, local Facebook groups. Reach out to car dealerships, Tesla, Ford, Rivian, and let them know you do residential charger installs. Get on the ChargePoint and Juicebox installer networks. One EV charger install on a Saturday morning. That's a solid day's pay in a few hours. And these jobs are clean. No drywall, no tight crawl spaces, usually straightforward panel work. You show up, do a quality install, collect your check. Smart home is growing fast and homeowners are confused by it. Smart switches, smart thermostats, video doorbells, whole home audio. Most of this is low voltage or line voltage work that's totally within your wheelhouse as a licensed electrician. Nest and Ecobee thermostats. A lot of homeowners buy these and then realize their wiring doesn't have a common wire, or they just don't know how to hook it up. You can do this in 30 minutes and charge $75 to $100 for the labor. Smart switches. Replacing dumb switches with smart dimmer switches from Lutron or Leviton. Customers buy a 10-pack, want them all installed. That's a few hours of work and a few $100s. Video doorbells. Ring, Nest, Arlo. Wiring a doorbell, sometimes running new low-voltage wire to a chime. Quick jobs. Whole home audio, Sonos, distributed audio systems. More involved, but pays well. If you're comfortable with low-voltage work, this is a premium add-on service. The beauty of smart home work is the market is growing. Every new homeowner is thinking about this stuff, and most of them don't want to figure it out themselves. Generator hookups and whole home surge protection are higher-ticket weekend jobs that are surprisingly in demand. Portable generator hookup, installing a transfer switch or interlock kit so a homeowner can safely connect their generator during a power outage. Usually a $300 to $600 job. Takes a few hours. Great for areas that get outages. Standby generator installs. Bigger job, usually $1,500 to $4,000 in labor, depending on size and complexity. If you want to get into this, get familiar with the major brands, Generac, Kohler, Briggs, and connect with a local generator dealer who might refer installs. Whole home surge protection. Installing a surge protector at the panel. This is a 30-minute add-on job that you can offer on almost every call. Material cost is $100 to $200. Charge $150 to $300 installed. Easy upsell. Genuinely valuable for the homeowner. Great margin. These are the kinds of jobs that start with one customer and spread through a neighborhood fast. After one good storm season, where one neighbor's protected electronics survived and another's didn't, everyone wants surge protection. If you want to build a steady generator side business, consider connecting with a generator dealer or distributor. Briggs & Stratton, Generac, and Kohler all have dealer installer programs. When a dealer sells a unit, they need a licensed electrician to do the transfer switch install and final hookup. Being the go-to electrician for one generator dealer in your area can generate multiple jobs per month without you doing any marketing. It's a referral pipeline that pays consistently, especially in areas with regular power outages from storms, wildfires, or aging infrastructure. A word on the business side of side work, because this is where a lot of electricians leave money on the table or create unnecessary problems. Get paid before you leave the job. This isn't aggressive, it's standard and professional. My policy is to collect payment at job completion stated at the beginning of a job sets the expectation clearly. Cash, Venmo, Zelle, or Square. Have a way to accept payment on the spot. Chasing people after the fact is a time drain and sometimes a loss. For larger jobs, anything over $500, consider taking a 50% deposit before you start. This protects your materials cost and shows the customer has skin in the game. Use simple written agreements even for side work. It doesn't need to be a multi-page contract. A text or email confirming the scope and the price is enough to protect you if there's a dispute later. Something like, confirming I'll install the 50-amp circuit for the EV charger this Saturday for X, materials included. Let me know if you have any questions. That written confirmation is your documentation. Have your own liability insurance for side work. If you're doing work outside your primary employer's umbrella, you need your own general liability policy. It's not expensive, $800 to $1,500 per year for a solo operator, and it protects everything you've built if something goes wrong on a side job. You've got skills that pay the bills, literally. Side work is a no-brainer for electricians who want extra income without a second job. Start small, let it grow through referrals, and before long, you've got a side operation that either supplements your income or becomes the foundation of your own shop. If you got value out of this, give it a like, hit subscribe, and tell me in the comments. What side jobs have you done that paid the best? I'd love to hear what you guys are finding out there. See you next time.